Fantasy Philosophers is brought to you by fantasy-info.com.
The hype train is on as some fantasy owners have strong loyalty to John Carlson as he helped different fantasy owners as he scored in the last 4 games of last season. He scored a touchdown in each game, and he helped some fantasy owners, get to championships and get to playoffs and at least be productive in those key games. For all the talent that Carlson has, the rest of the team around him has had struggles as Matt Hasselbeck has had problems staying healthy. The offensive line is going through a lot of turnover as Walter Jones is pretty much done, with his career, and he hasn't been healthy the last few seasons. Carlson has really had to stay in, block a lot. His story for, this early part of his career was kind of like Vernon Davis was with the San Francisco 49ers. Their offensive line was so bad until last year they finally put up some resemblance enough of an offensive line and some extra help at tight end for blocking that they could, make a priority. Singletary finally, I believe, made a priority that, hey, we need to get Vernon Davis out in the passing, and he needs to start, being a factor for us every single week. Once he finally did that, and he put a new, with Vernon, he put a new focus to the game. He even admitted that he was slacking off in different areas until Singletary came along, and Singletary wouldn't take credit for it, but Vernon has changed his attitude and his thing. But with Carlson, haven't seen any of those type of issues with him. It's really just been a situation where again they've had these struggles as an offense. I believe that's going to change this year as they did bring in Chris Baker, a really good blocking tight end. So he should be in there blocking and helping, chip away at the defenders to allow Carlson to be a priority in the passing game, which he does need to be for that offense to keep thriving or keep moving the ball down the field. He needs to be active every single week, kind of like Davis has been with the San Francisco 49ers. Right now we have Carlson ranked as about the 6th best fantasy tight end to take. He's just below Jermichael Finley, another guy with a lot of talent, but hasn't quite put it all together fully. The reason that we have Finley over a guy like Carlson right now is because with Finley, they don't have the offensive line concerns, as they did lock up both their veteran tackles, and they even added another tackle in the first round of the draft. So that really helps for protection purposes, so that they can ensure that they can move Finley around and do these things they want to do with him. 2, Finley's got the best fantasy quarterback that you can have around right now between maybe Aaron and Drew Brees and maybe Peyton Manning. Aaron is definitely up there. He's in the prime of his career. He's very, he's healthy and everything. As far as John Carlson, John has Matt Hasselbeck, who has been very frail the last few seasons, and we don't really know what Charlie Whitehurst can do just yet. I figure Whitehurst is going to get an opportunity this year because Hasselbeck, he just doesn't seem to be able to stay healthy throughout a full season anymore. So if Charlie can come out there and play productive football, that's going to help John Carlson out a lot. We're going to have to see how that goes. But so because of those reasons, we do have Carlson slated just below Jermichael. I really do like Carlson, though. He is an up-and-coming receiver. He has a lot of talent. Remember, he did put together the 7 touchdowns last season. So here's a guy that, maybe he's not a top 5 tight end, but he's the guy you can get probably at a decent value this year and should give you a very nice productive season.
For more fantasy football information, go to fantasy-info.com and sign up for our free e-newsletter. Good luck in your 2010 Fantasy Football League. As an added bonus, the Fantasy Info guys will include their 5 secret tips for success in fantasy.